Welcome to Surviving the Shift with Your Sanity Intact. I'm April Adams. This webinar will probably be very different than any you've ever attended before. Instead of focusing and learning from your logical alert mind, I'd like to invite you to meditate to this presentation. Everything about this talk is meant to bring you into a state of peace and balance. The images are infused with relaxing and healing energy and intention. The overriding message is one of peace and empowerment. The words are channeled from the divine universal energy that I call the collective. This is a collection of ascended masters who connect with the collective unconscious and send information energetically through me. I receive the energy of these messages, and my mind translates them into words, concepts, and ideas meant to bring guidance to those who seek it. This is not about predicting the future or talking to those who have crossed over. This is about bringing the wisdom of the ages to light so that we may experience greater peace in the present. Before we begin, I'd like to share some background on the shift and my interpretation of that. The shift is a metaphysical concept used to explain the period of time we are currently living in. It is referring to the switchover from the Piscean age to the age of Aquarius, or rather, from a dark age into an age of light. The advent of this shift was around 2012, but we've been building up to it for nearly 50 years, and will continue adapting over the next 50 years or so. The decades surrounding 2012 are predicted to be the most trying. Needless to say, we're in that zone right now. As far as what one can expect in such a transition, we should look for changes in our current societal systems such as economy, government, schools, churches, and so on. However, the biggest shift will take place within the planet itself. The shift is occurring because of a specific planetary alignment, raising the vibrational frequency of the Earth. As the Earth vibration escalates, so does that of everyone and everything on it. Although this sounds like a good thing, it's not always a smooth and comfortable transition to be a part of that. Our culture has been enmeshed in heavy energy and beliefs for so long, there are myriad layers and issues to clear before we can resonate at that new frequency. While we hold on to our old beliefs, behaviors, and issues, we become uncomfortable in our surroundings because we don't resonate with them. Traversing this change with as much grace and ease as possible is the aim of this presentation. And now, surviving the shift with your sanity intact, a channeled message and guided meditation. Take a few slow deep breaths and relax your body. Softly gaze at the image on the screen. It's okay to blink whenever needed, or even to close your eyes if that feels more comfortable for you. The energy of the words and images will reach you regardless, as long as you intend to receive. I call in all of our divine selves, helpers, universal and cosmic energies, and most of all, the collective and source energy. We ask that we receive the best possible healing and guidance at this time for our highest good. Bring your awareness to your chest and envision your heart opening to receive. Picture opening a door to your heart, allowing the energy to flow in and keeping your physical focus there. Continue receiving as the message comes through. We see that there has been much upheaval unraveling before you on the earth plane. To some of you, this seems to be a bit of an understatement. This is to be expected in such times as these. There is a way to flow in this time of turmoil, and it is called surrender. You may wish to control, or at least better understand, your surroundings. This is human nature. It is not wrong to feel this way, but it can create great disharmony within you. This is where we must urge you in another direction, because if you are feeling out of sorts, your vibration lowers. When you are at peace, it equalizes. And when you are in a state of joy, it raises the vibration all around you. It ripples outward, as does your misery. It is important for you to understand that your purpose is to assist in the shift by helping to turn up the collective vibration. So the best thing that you can do for us, for the planet, for your fellow man, and for yourself, is to be in a state of joy, or at the very least, a state of peace. Your happiness can save the world. Do not discount the importance of this statement, for if you have ever encountered the truth, it is this: your happiness can save the world. Take a few more slow, deep breaths. Bring your awareness now not only to your heart, but to your heart and your belly. Most especially your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra at the level of your stomach. Tune in to an energetic rod that connects the two. And in the center of this rod, just behind your sternum, is a spark of light. This is your divine spark. This is your God spark. This is a physical piece of source brought into your physical body in this physical lifetime by your spirit essence and implanted here within you to remember at this key moment in your life. To remember, you are an aspect of Source. You contain Source within you, and that it connects you deeply with the divine and is there to remind you of your own divinity. The more aware of this spark you become, the more you begin to awaken others around you, to remember their sparks, to recognize their divinity, their wholeness and their holiness. Envision a tiny version of yourself in front of you, and this tiny version of you crawls into your chest and curls up around this spark and begins to merge with the spark, allowing the energy of Source to infiltrate every cell and molecule of this version of you. And when the merge is complete, this smaller version of yourself begins to expand within you, bringing the energy of Source to your every cell and every molecule, from head to toe, filling you with Source energy and the knowing that you are divine, that you are connected, that you are whole and pure and good and fine and worthy. Now seeing a silver line of light connecting your spark to my spark, allowing the energy to flow between us, the recognition, the remembrance, the unconditional love. I see you. I know you. I love you. We are one. You share this connection with everyone, everywhere. You share this connection with everyone who is listening to this talk, everyone who ever will listen to this talk. See those connections forming, that feeling, that blessing. I know you. I see you. I love you. We are one. You have this connection with everyone in your life, your loved ones, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your clients, everyone you've ever interacted with. Feel that. I see you. I know you. I love you. We are one. And everyone and everything on the earth plane. This connection creates a grid over the entire planet. You connect with every living being. I see you. I know you. I love you. We are one. You share this connection with the earth, as the earth is also an aspect of Source, experiencing a physical lifetime, just as you are with your spark and everyone else with theirs. Everyone and everything is an aspect of Source, here experiencing the physical. And you connect with the silver line of light to Source itself. And you connect with all of the versions of yourself in every lifetime, and all of the versions of everyone in every lifetime, past, present, future, and everyone in different dimensional realities, different planes of existence, different realms, different galaxies, different universes. You are connected with all that is through this spark. Allow that feeling and that connectedness to continue. And the more you focus on this, the more you begin to heal, the more those around you begin to heal, the more the planet begins to heal, the more the grid around the earth begins to heal. And bringing your awareness to your heart once again, and to the spark just below it. See this spark glowing outward, creating a holographic image around your heart chakra. Symbol. The Merkaba symbol is a triangle pointing downward and a triangle pointing upward, surrounded by a sphere representing the dynamic of as above, so below, creating the dynamic of the perception of heaven here on the physical plane. This is the essence of the shift, and this Merkaba symbol will help to guide you to higher dimensions as they are made available, will allow you to transition along with the planet with grace and ease. Envision these triangles around you, aligning you, balancing you, protecting you, raising your vibration. And now let us take this to the next level. You have been trained in the ways of defense and self-protection. You have been taught that you needed to protect yourself. This became a belief within you. Therefore, your experience has proven this to you again and again. But what if this need for protection is not the actual truth? What if you're exhausting yourself with maintaining all the barriers and your shields? What if it depletes your resources to constantly be on guard this way? What if there was actually no need to have your guard up at all? Let that sit for a moment. Let yourself be in that. And see what happens if you let go of your shields, you let go of your barriers. Imagine peeling them off one by one, letting them go. And feeling yourself relax more and more as you drop the suit of armor you wear out in the world. Take off that helmet, take off the shield, take off the suit, break down the walls. Just be you, without the defenses. Just you. You with your spark and your Merkaba. This Merkaba is around your heart and it's around your entire being. Holographically created by your spark. You do not need shields and barriers and walls and armor. Think of it this way. Humans exhale carbon dioxide, which is considered toxic because you cannot breathe it. You do everything in your power to not inhale more carbon dioxide than oxygen. Trees, however, do not find carbon dioxide toxic. Trees feed off of carbon dioxide and process it into oxygen. This does not deplete them in any way. It does not poison them. It nourishes them. The oxygen that they create helps you and all life breathe easier. And the cycle continues. You breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. The tree takes in carbon dioxide and puts out oxygen. Now imagine that you are like a tree, but what you process is energy. You've been taught that lower vibration energy is hazardous to your vibration and your health. But imagine if you were the air purifier for negative energy. This doesn't mean taking on negative energy as your own. The tree doesn't judge or empathize with the carbon dioxide. It just feeds off its energy and turns it into something beneficial for other life forms. You are capable of the very same thing, but with negative or low vibrations. You don't have to feel into or associate with every individual thing you're processing. You can be a simple filter and amplifier that works in a detached way from the individual emotions associated with the energy. Imagine using your empathic abilities to pick up on the fact that there is a lower frequency nearby, and rather than hiding from it, turning it into something amazing, while also becoming completely recharged and invigorated by this process. The very opposite of what you've been trained to expect. Pema Chodron has a similar practice called Tonglen. She uses intention and breath to breathe in anything we judge as negative and breathe out blessings. This is one of many ways this process can be accomplished. You may also try envisioning your entire being as one big combo purifier and amplifier. Each receives input, such as air or sound, and puts it out as something else, such as clean air or louder sound. Your energy body, combined with the Merkaba, is capable of this simply through intention and surrender. Let us work on this together. Once again, dipping into a beautiful state of relaxation and openness, seeing your spark, seeing the hologram of the Merkaba around you, just by using your imagination and your intention. And now, envisioning, pulling in lower vibration energy, any lower vibration energy that's around you. And there are many different ways you can envision this. You can picture it coming in through your feet, up through your body, and as it raises up your body, it raises in vibration, hitting the filter at the level of your chest and coming out the top of your head as high vibration energy and love. In through the back of your heart and out as love. Or coming down, in through the top of your head and down and out through your root. In through your breath and out as love. So allow this for a moment. Allow all of us together to begin to focus in on any low vibration energy that is currently around us, and intending to be the filter, the amplifier, surrendering, letting down all of the boundaries, turning on the spark, turning on the Merkaba, and just letting energy flow right through you. Let it flow. There is no action you need to take. All you have to do is open and allow. Open, allow, and intend. And you will begin to feel yourself raise in vibration. You will begin to feel the energy around you raise in vibration. And let us together now take in all of the fear energy of the world, all of the fear that is happening because of the energy of the shift in people who don't understand what is occurring. We take that and we turn it in to love and peace and bliss and joy. And all of the pain of all of the people listening to this recording. We allow it to flow right through, being purified without having to feel any of it. You don't have to feel it in order to heal it. Just allow it to flow. Be the detached purifier. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. I filter you as you filter me. And we each become better for it. We each embody more love, more peace, and more bliss. I see you. I know you. I love you. We are one. Each time you begin to feel depleted by bad news, heavy energy, fear, empathic resonance, these are the signals that it is time to begin the purification process of surrendering, of opening, of flowing that energy, using your Merkaba and your spark to process it in a way that invigorates you rather than depletes you. These feelings are not there to make you suffer. These feelings are there to remind you to live your purpose, to be this purifier for yourself and those around you. In fact, every time you feel icky, it is a clear signal that it is time to run your filter, and it will become easier and easier every time you do. This is the ultimate expression and meaning of yin and yang, feminine and masculine, or dark and light being in balance. You can turn dark energy into fuel for yourself and to change the world around you for the better. Others will feel amazing around you without knowing why. You will feel good, regardless of how others are feeling. You will no longer need to hide away and protect yourself from other people and their stuff. You will no longer feel like a victim to other people's stuff or the state of the world. The solution and the balm are within you. Let us be clear that this is not your physical body doing the work. You are not taking on negative stuff such as sadness, anxiety, fear, pain, hunger, disease, and so on. This is not taking on someone else's issue. This is a wholesome process in which your energetic body can process dark into light and receive only benefits from doing so. This idea may go against much of what anyone has been taught regarding healing. Healers of the past used to misinterpret this process and actually take the diseases of others into their bodies in order to heal them, which depletes the healer again and again. The alternative has been to be a channel of divine energy, such as with Reiki, where you bring through divine universal energy to the recipient. And this does have certain benefits, to be sure, but it's not the only way, nor is it the most powerful. If you wish to assist in the shift and make it far easier on yourself in the process, we have given you the tools that you need here, today. And closing this out, we give thanks, and we ask that this healing, blessing, and clearing continue until it is whole, complete, perfect, and permanent, that any shifting or transitioning that occurs is done with total grace and ease, and that we all be grounded to the earth, fully focused and functional on the physical plane, while still completely aware of and guided by our own divinity, approaching life with a grand sense of adventure and an open heart, always centered in the highest truth of our highest self. Selah, Selah, Selah. And that concludes the channeled message. However, I'd like to give you a bit more information to continue on your path. I find that sometimes we can have the best of intentions, we learn all we can, we meditate, we read, we do everything in our power to embody our most centered and balanced selves. Yet, time and again, we fail. The bliss wears off and we fall right back into the pit we started in. This is because of the human brain, our subconscious minds, to be exact. In order to achieve the bliss we crave, we must balance our physicality with our divinity. Through various life experiences, we have been programmed with beliefs that do not help us. Our subconscious mind believes it is keeping us safe, and in some ways it is, but so often it's exactly what's holding us back. To my understanding, there are 3 steps to finding your way out of an emotional hole. Training of the conscious mind to new beliefs, training the subconscious mind to get on board with these new beliefs, then going within. If your beliefs are still resonating at the old frequency, your vibration isn't going to get as high as you'd like it to be. First, you must catch yourself in the act of a state of sadness or frustration and find the thought or belief that is bringing it about. Realize that you are creating misery with that thought. Then, release that belief through a subconscious reprogramming technique, such as EFT or tapping, EMDR, access bars, hypnosis, or best of all, PS Tech. All of these can be highly effective when used each time you are triggered. For instance, if you were to use EFT or tapping, if you were triggered by something, you could use EFT to deprogram that particular trigger. However, often when you're using that kind of modality, what you're doing is taking something that's deeply embedded in your subconscious and just bringing it a little closer to the surface every time you tap about it. And so you're going to get triggered on it again and again and again, and you're going to have to do the EFT every time that you get triggered by it. And basically that brings it a little closer to the surface, little closer to the surface, little closer to the surface, until it's finally so close to the surface that it finally is released permanently. But what I have found is PS Tech actually tends to take care of those kinds of things in one sitting, as opposed to in layers, as most other release modalities do for the subconscious. I'm not any kind of affiliate or anything like that for any of these, but I've just found that for myself and the people that I work with, pstech.org, and you might want to write this down, has been by far the most effective. For instance, I am a lifelong sugar addict, raised by a sugar addict, and I haven't had a sugar craving in about a month since I used their food compulsions recordings. So, highly recommended, pstech.org. So check that out. Now I say to you that I would love for you to go live your life from the point of view of a benevolent co-creator. And that I hope that this channel and this meditation and this information you've been given today will help you to see yourself from that perspective and to move on your path from that place of being the benevolent co-creator. And if you would like any further information about me and what I do, you can go to thehealerofhealers.com to get more information about my sessions and how I work, as well as signing up for complimentary consultation if you'd like. You can go to apriladams.org to see my channeling events and the monthly channeled calls that I do. You can go to apriladamsauthor.com to find out about the book or books. I have a book out right now called Essence. I have another book on its way out soon. And then also, I love to friend like-minded people on Facebook, so feel free to check me out at facebook.com/AdamsApril. And now what I'd like to do is to take some time to take calls, comments, questions. So if you have anything you would like me to channel about, or if you have questions about your intuition or questions about the shift, things like that, questions about odd experiences you may have been having recently that have you thinking that you're crazy or have a brain tumor or something, but really you're just opening up because the shift does cause that. I would love to talk to you about those things and more. And just so you know, the channeled messages are not psychic readings, so don't just throw some very vague question at me and expect me to do a psychic reading about it, because that's not what this is about. This is very much informational, and the more information you can give me on something, the better. But I would love to chat with you. So let's open up those phone lines so that we can chat.